What are you making?
You want? Put onion in here, peppers.
Is it fun?
I love cooking. That's my favorite.
My name is Vicki. I work at Four Seasons as a unit advisor. What we do is we make lunch every morning so that everybody can eat at lunchtime. Make sure they have an entree, a couple sides, and a dessert, all for about $2.
Healthy meal, right?
Healthy meals. A lot of times people cannot afford to buy fresh fruit, and so that's one of the things I really try to make sure happens. Everything's homemade. Everybody helps out in the kitchen that wants to. Other people work in other units.
Back in the 70s, we were asked by the county and the state to provide programs for people coming out of psychiatric centers. And over the last 30 years, we've just developed a whole range of services. Catholic Charities is the human services arm of the Catholic Church. Our mission is really to serve the poor. They may not be poor economically. They may be poor in spirit. They may be hurting.
Not everyone that comes here is Catholic, but that has nothing to do with loving people.
Family, Community, and Parish is the home to our counseling services.
One of the responsibilities that we have as social workers is that we are working with the entire family. We work with a lot of people that are depressed, anxious, having parent-child conflicts, marital conflicts. I can work with someone that makes $100,000 a year. I can work with someone who's homeless.
I would say that since 2005, we have doubled in the amount of services that we're providing, and that we anticipate that we will see continued growth of the agency. There's a lot of uncertainty around our New York State budget, as everyone understands. Things aren't totally settled. There may be more cuts coming. We've been told to expect more cuts. As you see governments downsizing, they're going to be turning to not-for-profits like Catholic Charities to help them out.
But the drawback with Catholic Charities has been in terms of its buildings. I have handicaps as I've gotten older. Coming like here to Main Street and coming up the stairs, even though there's only maybe 10 of the stairs here, they're difficult.
It's not the newest building. It's been around. We've had multiple problems. And sometimes clients may have crutches, canes, oxygen tanks. It becomes quite a challenge.
The bathrooms are very bad. No, you can't get a wheelchair into the bathroom. You know, my mother was in a wheelchair for a long time. And would I have brought her here to get services? Probably not, because it would have been embarrassing for her.
Charities came here, I think, in the 50s or 60s to this location. You can see where we've had leaks up there, where the waters come in, and it comes in at different spots every time the roof leaks with the heavy rain. As the organization gets larger, we also have to increase our administrative support. So, for example, our human resources, but they have more files they have to keep. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to unlock this. So, this is our annex storage. Our maintenance guys have their offices in here. And the records that we can't fit into our main office building, we store on the second floor here. So you'll have to watch your step. Well, anytime that we have a question that goes back a few years, we have to come out here and pull papers. We feel that it's our mission to always strive to respond, and that is really part of the impetus behind our need to improve our space here and add space. The new building will consist of our existing building at 232 Main, which will be fully rehabilitated, add a 2-story wing on, and obtain 26,000 square feet.
Catholic Charities oftentimes takes on projects that others will just walk away from. And the reason for that oftentimes is because of responsibility. It's like we don't pass people by. You know, we don't just sit by and let somebody else take care of somebody or think, well, the next guy's going to take care of them. Well, what if there isn't a next guy?
One of my colleagues once said to me that there's really no better way to spend a life than working for Catholic Charities. You know, people go to church on Sunday to hear about how they should be, give to their neighbor and to do good works in this life and to make a difference. And we get to do it every day. We get to try to do it every day. So
there's parts of it that can be frustrating when you wish you had the magical ability to help someone and you know you cannot. And I have to remind myself that I'm a social worker, not a miracle worker.
We're really asking the community to support us in our first ever capital campaign in whatever way that they can. For some people, a small amount of money is a very large gift, and we recognize and appreciate that.
One of the best ways that people can support us is to pray about us and to ask how God wants them to support us.
God works in strange ways and usually brings us to where we need to be, so I have faith that it will happen this time as well. I can see that new building now.